nìyẹn àwọn tí Lionel Messi náà ń bẹ́ẹ̀.
ètò amúlùdùn tí kò lẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́.
Arriba.
Orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà mélòó làwọn kà nínú eyín adípèlé Diamond 88.7 FM ọ̀rẹ́ tímọ́tímọ́ tí kò ní fi í sílẹ̀ nígbà kọ̀ọ̀kan. In the finest city of Ilorin lies a secret.
88.7 FM.
Radio like no other. Tune in and discover these flavors. Simply relax, close your eyes, and enjoy the sound. Get it into your system. Diamond 88.7 FM. Radio like no other. On Diamond 88.7 FM, we give credible, factual, balanced reports at all time. Join us as we take you around the globe on the world news. Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin, your shining supreme station.
From the news desk at Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin, this is news around the world.
And in the headlines. President Tinubu to visit Kebbi to inaugurate projects. Federal government redeploys police from VIP escort to frontline security. INEC releases 2027 elections timetable. And on foreigners in South Africa to deploy troops to tackle crime gangs. On business news, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu hails BOI's records 636 billion naira loan reimbursement in 2025. And in the world of entertainment news, two Baba wife Natasha celebrates child's dedication. Lastly, from the world of sport, CAF confirms Morocco as the host of WAFCON 2026. Good evening and thanks for joining us for the news across the world at Diamond 887 FM, Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. I am Precious Afolabi. You can listen to us via website and www.diamondfm.net or watch us live on Facebook at Diamond 887 FM. You can also download the app on Google Play Store, Diamond 887 FM. Please stay tuned.
This person really takes me off Bola. Yeah, book is check. You need That's what can happen if you take your eyes off the road. Texting or using your phone when driving is very dangerous for you and other road users. Keep yourself and other road users safe by staying off your phone when driving. We need you alive.
This message is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin.
Welcome back from that short break. Please, the news in detail. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will tomorrow embark on a one-day official visit to Kebbi State to inaugurate project executed by Governor Nasru Idris. A statement released today by the Special Advisor on Information and Strategy Bayo Ononuga said the president will also headline the 61 edition of the 2026 Agugu International Fishing and Cultural Festival as the special guest of honor. As the festival regarded as one of the African most celebrated cultural events, is staged by the riverside of the historic Martin Fada in Agugu. Tinubu visit is expected to draw up top government officials, traditional rulers, cultural enthusiasts, and visitors to Kebbi, as the state hosts one of the Nigeria's most iconic cultural celebration. The president will return to Abuja after the visit. The federal government has ordered the immediate withdrawal and the redeployment of Nigerian Police Force MPF officers previously assigned to VIP's escort duties. The move announced today by the Minister of Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga. Please, I'll take that again. The move was announced today by the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, marked as a strategic pivot from protecting private individuals to safeguarding the general public. Minister Idris confirms this personnel have already been inaugurated into the frontline security structures. Key states seeing immediate personnel increase include Kwara and Plateau, Benue and Kogi, Nasarawa, Niger, and the Federal Capital Territory FCT. The minister also added that the security has also been strengthened around places of worship, including increased visit for the presence around churches during Sunday services in conditions with the community and faith leaders. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has released the official timetable for 2027 general election, outlining key dates for voting parties' primaries campaigns and voters' registration. The announcement came amid growing concerns over the delayed passage of the amended Electoral Act currently before the National Assembly. And according to the schedule, the presidential and the National Assembly elections will be held on Saturday, February 20th, 2027. Governorship and the House of Assembly elections will follow 2 weeks later on Saturday, March 6, 2027. The Commission also outlined the official campaign period for political parties and candidate campaign for the presidential and the National Assembly elections, which will run from November 18th, 2026 to February 19, 2027. Meanwhile, campaign for the governorship and the state assembly elections will begin on December 15, 2026 and end on March 5th, 2027, exactly 24 hours before the respective elections day. Your state governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, has elevated 14th high chiefs and baales in Oyo town to the status of crowning wearing obas. The affected high chiefs and baale were represented with their instruments of office by the deputy governor, Barrister Bayo Lawal, on behalf of the governor at the colorful coronation ceremony held today at the premises of Oliver Heights. Makinde, in a speech reads on that behalf, said the elevations of the chiefs underscores the administration's commitment to strengthening traditional institutions and promoting peace and development at the grassroots. He congratulated the newly crowned monarchs, noting that their accessions to the status of crowning wearing obas was both recognitions of their leadership and a reaffirmment of the enduring relevance of traditional institutions. Coming on to the home front scene, the Sun newspaper correspondent in Kwara State, Comrade Lai Olariwaju, has passed away. He died in the early hours of today after a brief illness. In a statement by the chairman of the Correspondents' Chapel of the Nigerian Union of Journalists (NUJ), Alhaji Biola Aziz, and the secretary Mosumola Ayobami, the chapel leader, and the Comrade Olariwaju died at the private hospital at the age of 67. The statement paid a glowy tribute to the late journalist, saying his commitment, unifying tributes, and journalism wealth of experience will be surely missed. Alhaji Aziz later describes Olariwaju as a dutiful and committed leader who fought for the unity and oneness of the chapel and the NUJ Council in the state. Praying for the repose of a soul, Alhaji Aziz said that Comrade Olariwaju will forever be remembered for his friendly nature with every journalist in the state. The news across the world is reaching you from Diamond 887 FM, Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. We go on a break now. When we return, we come back. Foreign, sport, entertainment.
Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Diamond 887 FM. Diamond FM, shining supreme.
Vote buying.
No vote buying.
Yeah.
You're sure of that?
We are sure.
Everybody is sure of that.
Voting during elections affects your life and generations after you. Say no to vote buying, election violence, voter inducement, thuggery, do-or-die politics. You only have one vote. Use it well.
This message is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin.
It's good to know you're there and welcome back. You're listening to the news across the world, reaching you from Diamond 887 FM, Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. Now we move to the foreign stories. And from the foreign stories today, South Africa President Cyril Ramaphosa said he would deploy the army to help the police fight criminal gang and illegal mining in the country. Ramaphosa said this in an annual State of the Nation address that gang violence is a major problem in South Africa, which has one of the world's highest murder rates. He added that organized crime is now the most immediate threat to democracy, society, and economic development. In his address to Parliament, Ramaphosa said he had directed the chief of the police and army draw up a plan on where our security forces should be deployed within the next few days. Gang violence is a major problem in South Africa, which has one of the world's highest murder rates. And still on the foreign scene, world leaders are gathered for the first day of the Munich Security Conference, one of the year's most important geopolitical events. Germany Chancellor Friedrich Merz was the first European leader to take the stage, where he delivered a stark assessment of the global politics, saying the rules-based order no longer exists. Still, he expressed confidence in the strength of the transatlantic bond Institute Europe can help up to the plate. Also appearing today is President Volodymyr Zelensky, who is expected to press forward progress in peace talk days after he said Moscow was still in effort to bring a halt to the conflict, as well as the French President Emmanuel Macron. Moving on to the business news today.
Diamond FM Business News.
On business news today, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has commended the Bank of Industry (BOI) for disbursing a record 636 billion naira to businesses in 2025, describing the milestone as the highest annual finance volume in the institution's history. In a press statement issued by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onuga, the President said that the achievement demonstrates how the ongoing macroeconomic reforms are strengthening development finance. And according to the statement, the 636 billion naira was disbursed to more than 7,000 enterprises nationwide. President Tinubu says the scale of disbursement reflects tangible progress in expanding Nigeria's productive capacity. And now moving on to the entertaining news.
Diamond FM Entertainment News.
On entertainment news today, Nigeria's singer Innocent Idibia, popularly known as Tubaba, and his wife Natasha Osanwero have publicly dedicated the new son in charge ceremony. The intimate but the celebrity's dedications was attended by close family members and friends. A video on social media shows the couple dancing joyfully towards the altar while carrying their baby, with relatives following behind, clapping and celebrating the movement. The ceremony came barely 3 months after the couple welcomed their first child together in November 2025, following the traditional wedding earlier in the year. In the footage, Tubaba was seen in a simple, elegant outfit, calm and reflective, occasionally smiling as he stood beside Natasha. And now to the world of sports news.
Diamond FM Sports News.
In sport news today, the president of the Federations of African Football, CAF, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, has confirmed that Morocco will host the Women's Africa Cup of Nations, the WAFCON 2026, as originally planned. Despite the recent speculation suggesting a possible postponement or the change in the host nation, the 16th editions of the tournament is set to take place from March 17th to April 3rd, 2026. While there were reports of potential date adjustments to the schedule, the CAF president clarified that the timeline is fixed to remain in alignment with FIFA. This decision marks the third consecutive time Morocco will host the competitions following the 2022-2024 edition. Although the South African officials had expressed a willingness to step in as a replacement host if necessary, CAF have remained committed to the Moroccan venue. For the last laps of the news on sports, the Nigerian Premier Football League (NPFL) have fixed a date for Rivers United scheduled fixtures. As the Pride of Rivers have outstanding fixtures in the NPFL, the games were postponed due to their involvement in the CAF Champions League. Rivers United match day 22 fixtures against Quarry United Bilford Ilori will now take place on Wednesday, 18th of February. The Week 25 encounter against the Bureau FC, which will be played in Port Harcourt, has been fixed for Wednesday, 25 February. Rivers United match day 23 clash against the El Kanemi Warriors, initially fixed for Wednesday, 28 January, will now hold on Wednesday, 4th match at the Adekoye Omisika Stadium in Port Harcourt. And with that, we have come to the end of the news across the world. But before we go, here are the headlines. from the headlines, once again, you heard President Tinubu to visit Kebbi to inaugurate project. You heard that the federal government redeploys police from VIP escort to frontline security. INEC releases 2027 elections timetable. And from the foreign scene, you heard of South Africa to deploy troops to tackle crime gang. Taking you to the world of business, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu hailed BOI records 636 billion naira loan disbursements in 2025. In the world of entertainment, Dubaba wife Natasha celebrates child's dedication. And lastly, you heard from the world of sport, CAF confirms Morocco as the host of WAFCON 2026. Do you know segment? Do you know on this day, in 1976, the then military head of state, General Murtala Muhammad, was assassinated, his car while stuck in traffic at Ikoyi in Lagos. If you don't know, now you know. For information or happenings around you, kindly contact Diamond FM Newsroom on this number, 0916 062 7526. The news across the world was edited by Abiodun Akinwumi, and I am Precious Afolabi. Many thanks for listening to your shining supreme station, and we say happy weekend. Please do note that the Yoruba version of the news will be coming at 5:30.